You want? It's my turn to speak. What was the question again? I wasn't following along the group that well. Yeah, my eyes are open when I'm off in another world. It seems like it happens to me a lot. I end up somewhere else. Well, welcome. Welcome to YoU Watchtower. So I decided to share some of my journey with you on the group therapy that I'm in. And it's helping me a lot. It's helping me to understand me and dig some of the stuff out. And we're getting to a fun part of the workbook. And it's about midway. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, let me just take you on a little bit of a journey here. Now, before you get into the journey, the workbook welcomes you in. This is done by EXJW Diaries, this workbook. Now, here it is. It's called the EXJW Recovery Book. It's made for ex-Jehovah's Witnesses. And it's an excellent self-healing discovery after religious trauma book. And I'll put a link to where you can get it on the descriptions of this video. It welcomes you in. And we're a way down here on discovering your personality. Right about here is where we're at. And yes. No. Back up here, I bet you. Where are we? Grief and loss. Grief and loss is where we're at. The freedom to redefine, going through the 5 stages of denial, anger, bargaining, and depression and acceptance. That's where we're at in a journey. That's where I'm at on this journey. And the first thing that is encouraged is to get to a happy place. And what I developed here is this kind of a place. And you get in there, you listen to the waves. You know, you can hear the woodpeckers, the birds. And it's nice here. It's actually quite nice. Well, you can throw a little music on if you want. Nothing like a good little music. But usually you turn it down a bit. In the daytime anyways. But it's your place. You can do what you want there. Now getting back to the studio. It's gone. It's quiet here. And we're going to go to the workbook. It's quiet there too. So we do that. We get our mind off everything that's going around us. We go to that safe place that we've created, and then we get into this, and it's amazing how that works, because then it's just, you're not thinking about anything else, and you're ready to actually look at some of this stuff. So it makes it a little bit fun. So the letters for closure was something new. I hadn't thought of that. You know, if you lost relationships with family and friends, and you know how those things keep coming in your mind, and well, you can't have closure because of the disfellowshipping process or shunning, whatever position we're in. So you write a letter to them, and even if you don't send it, at least you express your feelings and share those memories and give yourself closure. So that's something I have to put some more thought into. And the rage page, well, I found that when we got to the rage page, I actually started swearing. I normally don't do that, but it's a closed group, and you can do what you want. You know, what happens in the group stays in the group. But I'm just telling you, I did some swearing, and it kind of felt good, but it did, you're glad to get out of it, actually. Move on. Let's get on. So this is where we're going to end up today. This was my homework, emotional journey timeline. And on this page is to create a timeline that maps out the emotional journey that you've undergone since leaving. And the highs and the lows and what contributed to them. And this song has come up in my life so many times. I gave a presentation with this song and I applied it completely different. So let's try something different here. Okay. So you might remember this, the lyrics here. It starts out by saying, on a dark desert highway, cool wind is in my hair, the warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. And up ahead in the distance I saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim, and I had to stop for the night. And there she stood in the doorway, and I heard the mission bell. And she being, this is the Watchtower. This is Babylon the Great. This is her. And she lured me in. I heard the mission bell. And I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. Then she lit up a candle and she showed me the way. And there were voices down the corridor. I thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel Watchtower. Welcome to the Kingdom Hall. And we all heard that. It's, you're going down there and there's all these voices. Your first time going to the Kingdom Hall. And you're being led in by whoever's bringing you into her. She's the Babylon. That's who we're getting into. And we say such a lovely place, such a lovely place, such a lovely face. And plenty of room at the Watchtower. Any time of the year, you can find it here. And her mind is Tiffany twisted, and she's got the Mercedes Benz. And she's got lots of pretty, pretty boys that she calls friends. So maybe you're looking for a boy, maybe you're looking for a girl. I found a girl there. And how they dance in the courtyard in sweet summer sweat. And some dance to remember, some dance to forget. So I called up the captain, and please bring me my wine, and he said we haven't had that spirit here since 1969. You remember when you first get into the Watchtower and you go to the Kingdom Hall and they invite you over to people's houses and they bring out the wine, and they haven't had that spirit here since 1969. And that's how they made me feel when I first got into the Watchtower. And it goes on to say, and still those voices are calling from far, far away, and they wake you up in the middle of the night, and just to hear them say, welcome to the Kingdom Hall. She's such a lovely place, such a lovely place, such a lovely face. And they're living it up at the Watchtower. What a nice surprise, what a nice surprise. Bring your alibis. And mirrors on the ceiling and the pink champagne on ice. And she, being the Watchtower, says we are all just prisoners here of our own device. And in the master's chamber they gathered for the feast, and this is the headquarters, the governing body, the master's chambers. And they stab it with their steeled knives, but they just can't kill the beast. And the beast is the beast within us. It's deep. And the last thing I remember, I was running for the door. And I don't have the rest of the lyrics here. That's for our next week's session. So that's kind of the end of it. Yeah. That's where I'm at. It's actually enlightening. I never thought I'd put that song to this, but obviously this therapy is bringing out the creative side. And they say that it'll do that. It can bring out the creative side in you. So we invite you all to join. And again, we'll put the descriptions in the descriptions of this video. And also I'll tag the end of the video with a video. I did a special video a while back. Maybe you haven't seen it, maybe you have. But it shows, it's an introduction to this program and everything. Okay, well, that's all I have for you today. So we'll see you later.